This video contains a truth that has changed the lives of many people. If you are having health problems and have ever felt stuck, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section so we can share useful knowledge together. Have you ever laughed a little too hard and then felt a little too embarrassed? Or maybe you've hesitated to go for a walk, take a long drive, or even enjoy time with friends because you're worried about sudden bladder leaks. If that hits close to home, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not out of options. Bladder leaks may be common as we age, but they're not something you just have to put up with. You deserve to move through your day with confidence, not anxiety. And the good news is, you can take back that control with a few small exercises that don't require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or even leaving your living room. I've been a physician for over 30 years, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that no one wants to feel helpless about their own body, especially when it comes to something as personal as bladder control. That's why I want to share the top 5 simple exercises that can help you prevent leaks, strengthen your pelvic floor, and get back to enjoying life without constantly worrying where the nearest bathroom is. These movements are gentle but powerful. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, these exercises are completely doable and they work. In this video, we'll go over each one in a way that's easy to follow, safe, and effective. And if you're dealing with other health conditions like arthritis, balance problems, or even post-surgery recovery, don't worry. I'll give you practical ways to modify each exercise so it fits your body and your pace. Before we begin, I want you to do something important. Go down to the comments and share your story. If you're dealing with leaks, urgency, or discomfort, talk about it. You're not complaining, you're connecting. When you share, it helps others realize they're not alone. And I do read the comments, so if you tell me what you're going through, I'll try to offer tips, encouragement, and advice where I can. Alright, let's begin with the very first thing you need to know. Most people think bladder control is all about the bladder itself, but in reality, the real hero here is the pelvic floor. Picture it like a supportive hammock of muscles that holds everything in place: your bladder, uterus, and rectum. When those muscles get weak, leaks happen. But when you gently train them, just like any other muscle in the body, they get stronger and more responsive. So let's start with the gold standard, the most famous one, and for good reason: the Kegel. Now, I know you've probably heard of Kegels, but here's the thing: most people are doing them wrong or giving up too soon. The trick is to isolate the right muscles without squeezing your thighs, holding your breath, or tensing your stomach. Think of it like this: you're trying to stop yourself from passing gas, or stop a stream of urine mid-flow. That's the group of muscles we want to target. To do it right, sit comfortably, relax your shoulders, and take a slow breath. As you breathe out, gently pull those muscles inward and up like you're lifting them. Hold that squeeze for 3 to 5 seconds, then slowly release. Breathe in. Do it again. You don't have to rush it. Quality over quantity matters here. Try doing this about 10 times, resting between each one. If that feels too much, start with 3 or 5 and build your way up. Even a little bit each day can make a huge difference over time. And by the way, no one will know you're doing it. That's the beauty of Kegels. You can do them while watching TV, reading a book, or sitting in a waiting room. Consistency is key, just like brushing your teeth. You don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to keep doing it. Now, let's take it a step further and add something a bit more physical. Because strengthening your pelvic floor isn't just about clenching. It's about engaging your whole body to support it. That's where the second exercise comes in: bridge lifts. Now, don't worry, this isn't gymnastics. The bridge lift is a gentle movement that strengthens your lower back, hips, and glutes, all of which support your pelvic floor. To do this, lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and arms resting by your sides. Slowly lift your hips toward the ceiling, creating a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. While you do this, gently squeeze your pelvic floor like you would in a Kegel. Hold the position for a few seconds, then slowly lower back down. You can do this on a yoga mat, a firm mattress, or even with a folded towel under your back for support. And if you've had back surgery or hip pain in the past, don't push it, just go halfway up or hold the position for less time. The key is gentle movement and control, not height or speed. These bridge lifts do more than tone your backside. They train your core to stabilize and support your bladder. The stronger your hips and glutes are, the less pressure you place on your bladder when you move, laugh, or lift something. That means fewer leaks, more confidence, and better posture to boot. And here's something else you might not expect: this kind of movement can even help you sleep better. A strong, balanced core helps reduce back pain, tension, and stiffness that keep you tossing and turning. So in a way, this exercise gives you more than bladder control, it gives you better rest, which we all know is gold after 60. So we've tackled two essential movements, one internal, one external. Both simple, both powerful. But we're not stopping there. You're already doing great just by being here, learning, and taking these first steps. That matters. Your body is still capable of change, no matter your age. Muscles respond to effort, and bladder leaks don't get the final say, you do. Let's keep this going and dive into the next step together. Let's keep this momentum going. You've already taken to solid steps: one, by engaging your pelvic floor with Kegels, and another by strengthening your hips and lower back with bridge lifts. That's no small feat. You're not just doing exercises, you're rebuilding control, one gentle move at a time. Now, let's talk about movement number 3. It's one of the most overlooked exercises for bladder support, but it's so effective and beautifully simple. You don't need a mat, you don't need to lie down, and you don't even need to change your clothes. All you need is your breath and a bit of focus. I'm talking about deep belly breathing, also known as diaphragmatic breathing. And before you dismiss it as too easy, let me explain why this matters. You see, your pelvic floor isn't just a set of muscles sitting quietly in your body, it's part of a team. That team includes your diaphragm, your abdominal muscles, and your lower back. When you breathe deeply using your belly, not your chest, you naturally engage and relax the pelvic floor in harmony with your breath. This helps retrain those muscles to respond calmly during times of pressure, like when you cough, sneeze, or laugh. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably or lie down. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. As you inhale through your nose, try to make the hand on your belly rise while the one on your chest stays still. This tells you you're breathing deeply into your core, not shallowly into your upper lungs. Then, as you exhale through pursed lips, gently draw your pelvic floor upward, just a light squeeze, like a whisper of a Kegel. Try this for a few minutes a day. Start with 5 breaths. Build up to 10. You can do it while watching TV, before you fall asleep, or even during your morning coffee. It's not about perfection, it's about connection. Every deep breath is a message to your body that you're taking care of it, training it to move and sink again. And here's the bonus. Deep belly breathing doesn't just help with bladder control. It reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and improves digestion. A calm nervous system means fewer bladder spasms and fewer moments of urgency. You're not just treating the symptom, you're addressing the root. Now let's add some gentle movement into the mix with our 4th exercise, heel slides. Heel slides are one of my personal favorites for older adults, especially those who are rebuilding strength after surgery, illness, or just years of sitting more than they used to. This movement strengthens your lower abdominal muscles and hips, which work together to support your pelvic floor from below. To try it, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Slowly slide one heel forward, stretching your leg out along the floor, while keeping your hips and back relaxed. Then, gently slide that heel back to the starting position. Switch legs. That's it. Now, while you do this, think about engaging your pelvic floor just a little during each slide, especially as your leg extends. This isn't about straining or flexing hard. It's about control. Smooth, steady movement. No jerks. No rush. If you've got arthritis in your knees or tightness in your hips, you can do this movement with a towel under your heel to make the slide easier. Or you can even do it in bed before you get up in the morning, just to wake those muscles up and get your blood flowing. What I love about heel slides is how they gently retrain your body to work as a team again. Pelvis, hips, core all moving with awareness. And when that awareness becomes second nature, your body responds faster when you really need it to. Like when you cough in public, or trip slightly on the sidewalk, or laugh harder than expected. That's when all this training pays off. Quietly, confidently. Now, before we move on, I want to take a moment to say this: if any of these movements feel hard right now, that's okay. They're not tests. They're tools. You don't have to do them perfectly. You just have to do them regularly. Even small efforts make a big difference over time. I've seen women in their 70s and men in their 80s regain control after thinking they'd lost it for good. Not because they pushed harder, but because they practiced smarter. You're doing exactly that by being here, by listening, and by moving just a little more mindfully each day. There's one more essential movement I want to share with you, and it's a little different from the others. It's not about lying down, breathing deep, or sliding your feet. It's about standing strong, quite literally, because balance, stability, and bladder control all go hand in hand. When you feel strong on your feet, your confidence grows, and with that comes less hesitation to move, walk, and live freely again. Let's talk about that next. Let's keep going, because what you're doing right now, it matters. It matters more than you might realize. You're not just doing exercises. You're investing in your freedom, your confidence, your ability to move through life without hesitation. And that brings us to our final and incredibly important movement, standing marches. Now, if you're picturing a military-style march, don't worry, this isn't that. This is a slow, controlled movement that helps build core strength, improve balance, and engage the pelvic floor all while standing. Here's how to do it. Stand next to a wall or a sturdy chair. Gently lift one knee toward your chest, hold it for a moment, then lower it. Switch legs. Go at your own pace. There's no rush here. The goal is to stay upright, steady, and intentional with each lift. While you're lifting your knee, bring a little awareness to your lower belly. Engage your core just slightly enough to keep your trunk stable. At the same time, do a gentle pelvic floor squeeze, just like you practiced with Kegels and breathing. This connection, lifting the knee, stabilizing the core, gently activating the pelvic floor, trains your body to respond when you're in motion. And that's the real key. We don't live our lives lying on the floor. We live them on our feet, walking through the grocery store, standing in the kitchen, stepping into the shower. Bladder leaks often catch us during movement. That's why standing exercises are so important. They bridge the gap between exercise and real life. You don't have to do a lot. Start with 10 marches, 5 on each leg. If that feels good, do more. If you're feeling shaky or unsteady, hold on to the back of a chair. There's no shame in using support. Balance improves through practice, not pressure. You can even turn this into a fun daily challenge. Put on a favorite song and do a few standing marches during the chorus. Or pair it with brushing your teeth. Little habits, stacked together, can build real, lasting strength. And here's the deeper benefit, something that goes beyond muscles and motion. Standing tall, lifting your knees, feeling grounded in your body, it changes the way you carry yourself. And that shift can work wonders for your self-esteem. Because let's face it, incontinence doesn't just affect your body, it affects how you feel about yourself. Many people silently adjust their lives around the fear of leaks. They stop going on walks, avoid laughing too hard, turn down invitations, or scout out bathrooms before they sit down to eat. I've seen it time and again, and it breaks my heart because it doesn't have to be this way. When you commit to these 5 simple exercises: Kegels, bridges, deep belly breathing, heel slides, and standing marches, you're not just managing a problem, you're reclaiming your life. Now, if you're thinking, but I've tried exercises before and nothing changed, I hear you. And I'll tell you this, consistency is what creates change, not intensity. These exercises aren't a quick fix, they're a daily investment. Just like brushing your teeth keeps your gums healthy, these movements help your pelvic floor stay responsive and strong. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. I've worked with patients who were frustrated, embarrassed, even hopeless. Some of them were too nervous to talk to their families about it. Others were sure their only option was surgery. And while there's nothing wrong with medical treatment when needed, I've seen firsthand how powerful these natural, movement-based strategies can be, especially when you start early and stay consistent. So give yourself the gift of patience. Maybe set a reminder on your phone or leave a sticky note on your bathroom mirror. Make these exercises part of your daily rhythm, like morning stretches or evening walks. Every time you do them, you're building strength, confidence, and control. And as you move forward, I want you to remember something important. Your body is not broken. It may be changing, yes, but it's still strong, still adaptable, still capable of healing and growth. Aging is not a failure. It's a transition. And with the right tools, it can be one of the most empowered phases of your life. You deserve to feel confident in your body. You deserve to move without fear. You deserve to laugh freely, sleep deeply, and live fully without worrying about the nearest bathroom or packing a change of clothes, just in case. So take a deep breath, feel your feet on the ground, and know this: you've got what it takes. If you've made it this far, thank you. That means you're serious about your health, and I want to invite you to do one more thing. Head down to the comments and share your thoughts. Let me know what you've tried before, what's helped, or what questions you still have. This isn't just a video, it's a community. And the more we talk about things like bladder health, the less shame and silence there will be. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you and hit that subscribe button. If you want more tips like this, I've got plenty more advice coming your way. From managing joint pain to boosting energy naturally after 60. Here's to small changes, strong bodies, and living your best life at any age. And remember, you are not alone. Not now. Not ever.